Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been I don't know, about a week since I posted anything because I put up like three last week, and I was working on something on a different video and regards to the charity fraud, but um, other things started to come up, and so um, I thought it was more important to do this video. So the title, y'all. Oh my goodness, if this does not tell it all, I don't know what does. So, in the train wreck, a lot of you that have been watching know what the train wreck was. I'm not going to say her name because I understand that, alcohol and spirits and people paying extra attention to you could cause you to do things you would normally do. And I don't want to talk ill of this person, this one person, because over the years, her and her gentleman friend, I think they're engaged now, have been nothing but nice to me. They've been very good people. And I believe that she got caught up into something that she was coerced into doing. Because I don't think this is her character at all, and I don't think she would ever treat anybody this way. And I think that for whatever reason she did, I forgive her. I'm not even upset with her one bit. But this just shows how manipulative Adam and his mods are. And of course, when I say Adam, just assume that I'm always speaking of Dex and his beast wife. So so if that person is listening to this, I'm not going to say your name because I'm separating you from all of them. And just know that I do care about you and your man. I do, and I appreciate you very much. So hopefully you can stay out of this because this has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. I understand that you have your beliefs and your passions and all of that, and there's a way to keep that separate from what's going on with me and Adam. So anyway. I am going to say that that whole long train wreck of posts um, has been deleted. She took them down. I wish you hadn't, because that just showed the character of Adam, not you. I did not see your character in that at all. I saw Adam and Dex and his beast wife. But let's leave that. Let's go forward to um, where Adam decided to bash me about my dentures, and he used Mohammed Ahmadera, or whatever that name was. Y'all that are watching, you've seen the post. That post is now down, and everything associated with it, as far as him and his mods taking it down. You know, that's how you know it's Adam. And here's the deal: I don't care if it's Ilea. I don't care if it's a different sub. I don't care who it is. It all goes back to Adam. Period. That's why I said I would only address Adam, because it comes from him. And I don't care if somebody wants to take the fall for him. Somebody says, I'll take the heat. I'll say I did it or whatever. Or even if it was them doing it, they're doing it for him. So if you have a president of a company, CEO, leader, whatever you want to call it, and your peons do wrong, what happens? They go after the honcho. They go after the president, right? They go after the leader. So I'm not going to bother with his little peons. That's why I told Adam in one of my videos that, excuse me, anything that comes at me, I will direct it to you, Adam. This video is for you, directed to you. Your subs or your mods can come after me all day long, but I'm not going to ever go after them. I'm going to come after you, and I'm going to hold you accountable because you forget I worked for you. I was in those meetings. I know how you attack. I know that you tell everyone I need complete anonymity. I don't want anyone to know it was me. And then you go on your channel and you preach. Don't People are saying bad things about me, and y'all don't say anything to them. Just ignore them. Let's just spread love and kindness. And liar, absolute liar. As you go in the back room, read all the screenshots, and sit there with Dex and his beast to figure out how to attack. You are such a hypocrite. You are evil to the core, just like Dex and the beast. How you live with yourself is beyond me. And how I was so fooled for all those years. I'm floored at my own self that I could be so stupid, so ignorant to be fooled for so long by you. And the crazy thing about it is we knew. We knew you were saying these things. We knew that you didn't want to be in the forefront. We knew you wanted to stay behind the scenes. Total anonymity, total, you had nothing to do with anything. It was all of us. I remember all of that. And still we attacked, and still we followed, and still we believed in you. Just like they're doing now. You got your new girl, Ilea. Oh my goodness, you got her all over the place. That girl's triggered, man. You need to calm her butt down. She's triggered. Oh my Lord. I'll pray for her. 'Cause, well, she's a non-believer, but who knows? I don't think the reason that CJ Blaze and Lisa are not triggered is because they know everything I'm saying is true. Absolutely everything I'm saying is true. And I think they just want the heat off of them because they know what they did was wrong. But for some reason, their pride is stopping them from speaking the truth. For some reason, I think CJ came back because I think you're paying all them girls. Yes, you are. And if you are, great. That's good for you. Good for them. I think that's why CJ Blaze came back so quickly. I think you called her up and said, hey, I'll give you money. Don't leave me. Because, see, if your mods leave you, the ones that were involved back then, 3 years ago, then it proves everything I'm saying is true. Although I have proof of everything anyway. And because I am not a liar and I'm speaking all truth, you can't come against me. You can't refute it. You can't argue it. You cannot defend yourself. You can do absolutely nothing to me because I'm speaking the truth. Now, if I was lying, man, you'd catch me in every lie up ways up and down every way to Sunday. Yes, you would. But I'm not lying. And you can't find one thing against me. Not one thing about anything about me can you use against me. Nope, nothing. So you're trying to figure out what to do with me. You have no idea. What do we do with her? Your old mods ain't going to come after me. I dare them to come after me. Shame on them if they try for what they've done and what they continue to do. Because the one thing they know is that I do follow my father. I'm not a hypocrite. I do follow him. I follow him the best that I can, just like everybody else. I'm in sin as well. We're all in sin. But these girls know that I follow him. And they know that all this truth I'm telling is true. All of it. They just refuse to tell their truth. They spin it in their head a different way to make it okay. All right, let's talk specifically about one mod right now. And that is Rip Curl. Rip Curl's been a mod for a very long time. He was not involved in any of the shenanigans back in the Shauna days. However, he has been interjecting himself into all of this craziness and preaching on any channel he can in regards to this, how, he's a follower of God and blah, 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 over and over and over. And in doing this, he's not attacking me, he's attacking Snappy Snaps, telling another creator to have, that he hopes that her husband goes after, physically goes after Snappy Snaps. And, the thing that bothered me the most about all this was that as he's speaking love and peace and, God and all this, he's going to everybody's channel that is involved in all this, and he's posting on everyone's channel. except Adam's. He might say a little bit here and there, but he writes these long old novels on all of our channels about how you should love and peace and forget and blah 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 blah. But he doesn't say anything to Adam. He doesn't do a video about Adam. Doesn't say, dude, you know, he says nothing. But he doesn't think twice to come on all of our channels to say something. And I guess the other thing that really bothers me is that he keeps saying that, oh, Elsie Jason Comey knows I care about her. She knows I'm there for her. She can call me anytime, blah, 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 blah. No, Rip Curl, I don't know that. No, I don't, I cannot see how anybody, after all the videos I've posted, if you say you haven't watched them, well, thanks for the support there, buddy. And if you have watched them, thanks for the support there, buddy. I mean, either way, you're siding with Adam. How you can stay his mod is beyond me. As a human being, how you can allow him to hurt people the way he has. Let alone the beginning of this all started with the veteran Shauna. But when I talk about in my videos the things he's done to me, you do nothing, you say nothing. But you are definitely the first to put a long post about God and about how we should all love each other. Well, we all know this. That's not the point. If you bother to watch any of my videos, they are all done with love, although some are a little bit snarky, but they are done with love to turn Adam to God, to turn Adam to our Creator, our Father. They're not done in hate, they're done to expose. And if you have not watched them, maybe you should. But to continually tell people how you're there for me and all this, that's a bunch of malarkey. It's not true. If it were true, now I'm not telling you to choose sides. I know I said that a minute ago, but this isn't about choosing sides. It's about choosing what's right and what's wrong. What's right is for you to leave that channel. What is wrong is for you to stay. Knowing everything that I've said, knowing what he's done to me and others, and you still stay. For what? For clout? So you could say you have a blue wrench, you're a mod. And I understand that the reason you don't know a lot about all this is because you were not involved with the Shauna deal. Because had you been involved, you would understand everything that's happening now. But I'm sure Adam is now taking you under his wing and probably, helping you, you know, be uplifted through your channel and all that. Maybe, maybe not. You might want to ask him since you're, going throwing yourself under the bus for him. He's over there helping CFP. Look at CFP how well he's doing. He just came into the picture. You've been working for him for free all these years. And does he help you? Well, he might be helping you now. Who knows? Maybe that's why you won't go against him. Maybe that's why. I mean, who knows? Maybe he is taking care of you, and that's why you're not, going to expose him. But for you to continuously say how I have your support and all this, but yet you refuse to look at the truth so that you can support me. You just it's just from the throat out, Rip Girl. That's all it is. You saying you care about me, saying you love me, and blah 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 blah. It's all from the throat out. That's all it is. Now, if you choose to stay with Adam and continue being his mod and all that, that's fine. Do your own thing. Just stay out of my business. Stay out of this whole thing between me and Adam. Okay? You weren't involved before 3 years ago. Do not exert yourself or insert yourself into any of this by any of your so called God preaching. Because if you were a true believer, you would have seen the truth. You would have shamed him for doing it. And you would have walked away. And that's the funny thing. So many hypocrites out there. So many of you claim one thing and do another. Claim God, but you follow Satan. So I'd appreciate it if from now on you don't sit there and continuously tell people how you have my back, how you're there for me. You weren't there for me when my husband died, and you have not been there for me ever since. Not one phone call from you, except recently when all this stuff was going down. You called me, Jay Stone called me, Aaliyah tried to call me until I got wind of all the crap going on. And all of a sudden, everybody wanted to talk to LCJC family. Why? I think we know why. So, just, I just prefer you stay away. Just stay out of it. Because I don't believe anything that you're saying about how you care about me or anything like that when you still work for this beast. But just remember, this beast that you work for, that you're following, that's who you will worship in hell. And whether you believe that or not, I really am not concerned. He is your idol. Just as much as the person says that I'm a Cancer, or I'm a Scorpio, or I'm a Pisces, or I'm a Libra, they will go with that deity to hell. People have no idea what they do in this world. Absolutely no idea. I'm just finding all this stuff out too. But keep following your God. Keep following Adam, another beast. And you're going to be sorry you did. Now let's talk about Ilea. So, Ilea, you don't even see what you're doing. You are throwing yourself under the bus for Adam willingly. Does that not clue you in right there? Whether Mohammed Ahmadorra or whatever is you or him makes no difference. It's him. You can claim it's all you. It does not matter. Do you not get it? When you are culted up, anything you do falls on him. Period. That's just the way it works. And you are so triggered by everything that you attack exactly the way they attacked back then against Shauna. And we all know where that comes from. It comes from Adam and Dex and the Beast. So you need to just stop. Let me do my videos on Adam. It is what it is. He did what he did. Him and Dex and the Beast did what they did. And now they have to pay for it. And they're going to be outed on everything that they did. Instead of standing up beside them, instead of acting, I'm not going to say holier than thou because you're a non-believer, but instead of acting so self-righteous and so, in what you are doing, you don't even see what you're doing. You're proving everything I'm saying. Do you not get that? You see, the way they work is they get you guys to believe in them so much, and they use their voices and their words and to where you will go and attack on your own, not realizing you're really attacking for them. You can say you're doing it on your own all you want, but as long as you're attacking for them, it's them doing the talking. Period. That's what occulted up means. And then, you, Lisa, what were you thinking every time we talked, whether I called you or you called my home, knowing they were talking behind my back? How could you have the guts to call me and tell me you love me, to talk to my little Jeremy, tell him the same, act like you care about us, while you're allowing the talk behind my back, while you're joining in? What I mean by joining in, you might not have been saying anything, I'm not sure, but you were still listening to it. You engaged, you were involved. How could you do that? Why would you do that? Out of all the mods, you and I were the closest. You and I, boy, we talked all the time, usually about God. Did I ever gossip about anybody? Other than the last time we talked, I asked you what was going on because I saw West Virginia yelling at Dex. I was lost. I knew none of that stuff was going on. And I asked you what was going on. You wouldn't tell me nothing. But you didn't tell me nothing when they came after me either.
You stayed quiet and you allowed the attacks against me. Why? You're a woman of God, right? Do you think that was a godly thing to do to me? I just lost my husband. I needed someone to talk to. And then you would tell me how your phone got hacked and this and that. And if that was true, well, who do you think hacked it? Who do you think hacked Homegrows and WVs and Snafu Snaps? See, Dex couldn't do nothing to me because I didn't have a cell phone. He couldn't do nothing to me. And I was off mourning my husband, so he probably figured he didn't need to bother with me. I was small potatoes. But how many times was your phone hacked? A few times, wasn't it? Even to the point where you wouldn't even give me your phone number because you didn't know who was doing what. Now that you know, why do you continue to stay there? Number one. But how can you allow those things to be said about me and not defend me, not say anything? Even now, just walk away and say, Lena, I'm sorry, I had no idea. Or, Lena, I'm sorry, yeah, I heard those things. I was in there and I should have said something. You can't call yourself a godly woman and then turn around and allow this stuff to happen. You just can't. You know, you and I, we don't give with the right hand and tell the left hand to go and slap it out. You were very nice to me when my husband died and you gave me what you could. I was very nice to you and I sent you something. Neither one of us needed to tell anybody. It was just between you and I. And I can't help but think that the reason you didn't tell anybody about what I gave you was that accepting something from me would have been, oh my goodness, it would have been like blasphemy against Adam that you accepted something from me. You know, and and and, and that's fine. I didn't give it to you so that you can share and tell anybody. I gave it to you out of love because it was something that, I felt that you really wanted and needed. But that's just goes to show that you couldn't tell anybody about it because they would look at you like, you accepted something from her, from Elsie JC? I guess, Lisa, I just don't understand how you can stay in with them knowing what they've done. And this isn't about a stupid Blue Ranch, Lisa. I wasn't even modding for 2 years before all this. I didn't care about any of that stupid stuff. That's all trivial, childish stuff. I just don't understand how you, a woman of God you claim to be, could follow a beast, could follow what they're doing, knowing what they're doing, knowing what they've done. I don't get it, Lisa. I'd really like an answer.
Jay, I already mentioned, that I sponsored you in, and which just means that I told them that you were good to go. And boy, were you. I had no idea that you would do what you've done. Talk behind my back, engage in talking behind my back. Now, see, Lisa, I don't know if Lisa ever did. I know she listened. I know she knew about it. You partook. I saw emails or text messages. I got cooperation from several people that you joined in the bashing me, the laughing, the scoffing, the mocking. During the worst time of my life, CJ, my husband died. And you didn't owe me anything by me sponsoring you in. You didn't owe me nothing. But you certainly did not owe me trash talk. I don't know why you joined in. I don't know why you believed them. Because you and I talked a lot. Do you remember that time we were talking? And we were talking about being able to see the demons. and you were seeing them in foods and trees and fruits, and I was seeing them too. I was seeing them in trees, and I was seeing them in um we could see them where other people the veil was closed. You and I could see them because their appearance would appear in other things. And there was one time you sent me a photo and you told me that you could see Jesus with a crown, and I kept looking and looking and looking, and I could not see what you were seeing. But I lied to you. And I said, oh yeah, I see it. And you said, if you don't see it, it's okay. You don't have to tell me you do. I said, no, I could see it. Well, I didn't see it. Well, I know what I saw? I saw Satan. That's what I saw in that photo. God strike me straight to hell if I'm lying. I saw Satan in that picture. I did not see Jesus. I tried. I did. I stared and stared and stared, and I looked different angles. Normally, if I see something, it's right away. Boom, I see it. And the minute I saw that photo, the first thing I saw was Satan. The horns and everything. And the mean, ugly face, long, skinny face. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. That's why I paused and didn't answer right away. And then I felt bad because I sh- I couldn't see what you were seeing. Jesus was not in that photo. That was Satan. And then afterwards, I felt bad that I didn't tell you. But I couldn't tell you because you were just so adamant of what you saw. And now, after finding out all the things that you guys have done to me, after talking about my back and all the horrible things you guys have said about me, now I could see why you saw Jesus. Because your Jesus is Satan. See, I saw Satan right off. Boom. He was there. I seen him. You didn't see him. You saw your Savior because that is who they follow. That is who you are following to the pit, CJ. Now, I don't know if any of this is going to break through to you or not. I hope it does. Because I swear to you, that is exactly what I saw. I am not lying to you. I'm not making it up. That's why I had a long pause. And then I quietly just said, oh, yeah, I see him. I wasn't seeing what you were seeing, though. CJ, you know, I cared enough about you to offer my home to you. I said, if things go south, come here. I told Lisa the same. I even told Adam. Sent him my address. I said, laminate it. If you ever have to migrate this way, you know where you can come. And you know what? If you guys make it through what's coming and you know where I'm at, I'd still let you come here. I would. Because this is nothing compared to what's going to happen. But what is not nothing is your soul. What is not nothing is you going to the pit for not repenting and not saying you're sorry. All those are something big. And you might say, yeah, well, CJC, you're not forgiven. So, well, no, I forgave you all. I forgave all of you, even Adam. I'm still going to tell my truth. I'm still going to let people know what you all did because it still hurts. I just found all this out, CJ. This isn't something I've known for 3 years. You've known it for 3 years. Lisa's known it for 3 years. All of you guys have known all of this for 3 years. I just found all of this out in the last few months since what, July? The end of August, July, something like that. I started finding all this out. And boy, was it a whammy on my mind, in my head. But it brought all the puzzle pieces together for me. All of them. So I forgive all of you. But it doesn't mean that I do not have a truth to tell. I'm going to tell it. All of it. And I'm not done by any stretch of the imagination. What you guys did to me was wrong, CJ. What you did to Shauna, CJ. I know you were new. I didn't even know any better.
and I got stuck in it. So I could see you coming in new, getting stuck in there too. But now that you know the truth, now that you know why they were telling her to kill herself, now that you know why they attacked her so viciously through us, was because she knew they were going to implement a tracking system on all of us. But she couldn't tell because she had signed an NDA. She couldn't tell. I'm finding all this now through Harley. So knowing that she allowed those attacks, she allowed all that to happen, and she kept her mouth shut all these years, should tell you who has integrity, should tell you who has honor, should tell you who truly loves their American people, their people, you and Lisa, even Adam and Dex and his beast and Jay Stone. She loved all of us, still does, but she loved us enough to walk away and not be a part of it. She couldn't tell anybody about it. She walked away, though. If that does not tell you what a patriot she is the epitome of an American. And she should be honored for what she did, for walking away and not partaking in what they're doing. And all of you mods, all of you should be ashamed of yourselves for what you've done to her and what you continue to do to me. All of you should take a step back and think about what you're doing, because I surely was ashamed when I found out the truth and remembered the small part that I played, let alone the big parts that you all played. If I could feel so much shame in what I did, how you guys don't have buckets to empty is beyond me. You guys need to think about that. And if you are truly women of God, if you truly believe in the Father, you would have already stepped up by now. You would have already said something by now. And I'll leave Bones alone because the kid's just out, trying to land every, lot lizard he can find and just living his life. And, him and his wife already showed what kind of people they are. I have nothing to say to either one of them. I was looking at past videos where, I'd be in WV's chat and Bones would come in and say, hey, he would say hi to me first. I wouldn't say hi to him. He would say hi to me first. I'd say hi back. But then y'all, I'm finding out that for some reason in Discord, if I was in a Discord chat with all you guys and he came in, he would leave if I was there, or if he was in there with you, when I showed up, he would leave. That don't make no sense. I believe it's true because it was told to me. But then at the same time, out in a public chat room on WV's live, I'd be already in there and he'd come in there and he'd say hi to me before I had a chance to say hi to him. So he was so annoyed with me or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all acted weird, man. Y'all act weird. And Jay Stone, you and I never had an issue, ever. But I do understand that when my husband passed away, you were not a mod. When I came back a few weeks later, you were then a mod. And nobody asked any of the other mods if they were okay with you being a mod. I think they just modded you because, quite frankly, you went and got that tattoo. And I think they knew your character. They knew, Dex knew, he profiled you. He knew he can get you to do his dirty work, or their dirty work, which you did. Flawlessly, I might add. You were nice to my face, schemed behind my back, went and told everybody that I was a troublemaker, stay away from me. But then again, you weren't really as bad as CJ and Lisa, I have to say, because in all the time that I was there, the little bit that I came back and then left and then came back, you were never a phony to me. You never overly befriended me. You would say hello, but you weren't really jumping into feet to try and be my friend either, like they were. So you're not as big of a snake as they are. You're more like of a garden snake. They're, oh, I don't know what to tell you about them, but you, um, you were never like that until recently. Me and you didn't talk for years once I left. We never spoke on the phone. But when we talked a few months ago for them 4 hours on the phone, I thought we had an amazing conversation. I thought it was wonderful. I mean, it was all about God. We didn't, I asked you briefly at first about this business with Kim and Dex, and you briefly told me that was the end of it. We just moved on. Did I sound like a gossip in them 4 hours? Did I keep trying to bring it up? But they told you I was a gossip. They told you I spread rumors and I'm a gossiper and this and that. Other than the very first moment that we spoke and I asked you about it, you gave me a brief rundown. That was it. Other than that, Jay, for the 4 hours we were on that phone, did I ever speak of anybody other than the Father? Did I ever speak of the ill of anybody? Did I gossip? Anything like that? For 4 hours? But here I thought I was this big gossip, big tattletale, snitch, whatever it was you all were calling me. I kind of think that in that 4 hours, maybe you got an idea of who I was, the truth. And then when I found out the truth shortly after that, and I did that first video, and you called me and I wouldn't answer the phone, I just so upset, so hurt. And I finally did pick up the phone and we talked. And this is before I knew what you had done. And after we hung up, well, while we're on the phone, you kept asking about the charity fraud. And I couldn't understand why you were so interested in talking about the charity fraud. And you kept asking about it. You kept saying, well, yeah, but it was in a third party. And I kept explaining to you that that's that business, how business works. That's not how business works. What he's saying is a lie. There's no possible way that could happen. I explained to you why. But you were trying to, because see, now I know why, because you were involved. And I think you were getting really scared that you were accepting fraud money, which you should be. But after we hung up, you called JP and spoke to him, and he told you the same thing. But then here's the funny thing. You kept telling me all these horrible things about Snafu Snaps, how he tried, it was all in his head that, you were never trying to get with him and, you were never together and this and that. And then, but he has text messages. He has photos. He has information that you and him were very much a couple. Yep. And that you let him on. And you let him on for the beast. You let him on for Adam and Dex. Keep track of him. Everything that he was saying is true. But when me and you talked on the phone, oh boy, you had me believing you, sister. I mean, you were like, he's crazy. He thinks I want to be with him and I'm not. And we're just friends. And well, if you could do to me what you did, you could certainly do to him what you did. And I know he's not lying. I know that Snafu Snaps is telling a lie, that you did befriend him, that you did fake a relationship with him. You did lie to him. And you did lead him on for Adam and Dex to keep track of him, to keep tabs of their bull. Are they trying to keep track of their other bull, of Ilea? Because that's their bull now. Anyway, once I found out what you had done, Jay, you could have called me and said, Lena, I'm so sorry. And you could have told me the truth from the beginning. Or maybe you did. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, yeah, But you're not as big a snake as those girls are. No. Mm-mm. And Kim, WV prepared mine. I don't have anything to say about her. I know she was there. I know she was involved. I know she was on the phone calls. She admitted everything to me. Just as much as I told her about the email that I wrote to Adam recently, or just before all this went down. She made amends, and she's out, and she's just trying to figure it all out, just like me. Now, somebody is saying that she recorded phone calls and she has information and about me, and I'm thinking maybe that's somebody just trying to separate us. I don't know, but sure or not, until I find out that's true. So far, I don't have anything bad to say about her because she's she got caught up in something the same way I did. When she found out, she wanted out. So I don't have anything negative to say about her. And I'm glad she found her way out. And then, of course, there's Dex and the Beast. So let's talk about the Beast for a minute. So, Michelle, apparently, the day that you came in screaming like a banshee, well, after I didn't give you the answers that you wanted, apparently you chewed me a new one. Apparently, um, you let me have it. You gave it to me. Liar. I don't know what world you're living in, sister. But no, you did not. We went back and forth. Just because I chose not to engage anymore of your silliness and stopped arguing with your insane question over and over and over, you couldn't come up with nothing else. All you kept asking me was the same question. Why didn't you support Bones? Why were you putting Mountain Man, the link for WV? That's all you kept asking me, and I told you. I gave you the same answer like 5 or 6 times. You weren't happy with that. You kept over and over. So what Aschewin did I get? Explain that one to me, because I'm a little lost there. Because I remember sassing you back. Yeah. But not like you. I wasn't crude like you. But yeah. I don't know what Aschewin you chewed, but I'm sure you chew a lot. But it wasn't mine. When Snafu Snaps told me, I started cracking up. I don't know what world you're living in, sister. Just because you did it in front of the other mods and stuff, that don't mean nothing. Nothing. You were nothing to me. As far as I knew, I didn't know that Dex had made you head mod. As far as I knew, you were just his wife coming in to speed read or something. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, you think you can say something to me? you need you need to go back to selling your Disney, okay? Because when I found out you sold Disney, I went, well, that explains everything. Right then and there, I should have known better. You're selling all that pedophilia merchandise for that Disney Corporation. and you already know what that's all about. You still sell his garbage. Disney's garbage. You should be ashamed of yourself. But you didn't chew nothing, sister. You didn't chew shit. Y'all lie. You and your husband, man. You and Michael, y'all lie. That's all you do. Just full of lies and stealing and deceiving. And my goodness, the world that you created for yourselves, the lives you lead, man. Stealing companies from people and just down dog dirty. Both of you are just dirty people, dirty humans. Well, then again, you could be dirty lizards. Who knows? Well, listen, Dex, y'all better repent because where you're going, it's gonna hurt. Like it's gonna be bad, like really bad. I know you don't believe in any of that stuff, and probably don't even believe in God, and that's all right. But I'm telling you, you better start learning because time is running short. And whether the rapture is now or in 20 years, that's not the point. The point is you could die tomorrow. You can die during what's coming. You're going to go to the pit if you don't knock this crap off and get straight. Hey, you cannot say you weren't warned when you're being judged and you have no advocate next to you because Jesus ain't going to be there. You're going to be shown these clips where I'm telling you to stop. I'm telling you to change. You are going to have no excuse, no reason to not turn and go back to the Father. You will have absolutely no reason. You'll have no excuse because somebody in this world gives a damn about you to tell you right now to repent and stop what you're doing and ask for the Father for forgiveness. You don't need to ask me nothing. Ask the Father for forgiveness. So I already forgave you and your beast. But ask the Father for forgiveness. Because I am telling you, you don't want to go there. And now that I've already told you this, that would be held against you when you're judged. Just remember that. And you, Adam. Last but certainly not least. Adam, you know you cannot come against me. You know that this is a game you don't know how to play. It's called truth. Can you tell the truth? Can once in your life, can you tell the truth? Just one time. Pretty easy. Once you do it once, you'll do it twice, and 3 times, 4 times. Next thing you know, you'll be in the truth. But, by taking down all them comments or telling Murphy to take him down, it's making me look bad, take him down. You think that by taking him down, it didn't happen. And then by getting Ilea to admit that Mohammed's account's hers and then giving her the password to it and everything and saying, here, writing it and make everyone believe that it's you. Do you really think that's going to work? And then that other guy, Shield Men Off Grid, taking down all those posts. You really think by taking down the posts it's going to change anything? It's going to change that you didn't do it? No, because I'm going to do a video and I want to post them all. Make sure they all stay up there. Everyone could see what you do. And then you took them all down because you think it's going to change something. It's not going to change. It's not going to change what you did. It was all you, Adam. All of it. The comment about Nancy Pelosi, do you really want me to believe that was Ilea? Okay, I don't know her that well, but I know her pretty well. She's not going to attack another girl that's done nothing to her. You would, though. You would attack a female, wouldn't you? There are a lot of police records about you attacking females in there. You would do that. Ilea wouldn't do that, though. She would, however, throw herself under the bus for you. Yeah, she'd do that. But she didn't attack me. That was all you. Reminiscence of Nancy Pelosi. That was you. I know you. I know your attitude. I know your voice. I know your sound. I know your thoughts. That was all you. And you got her to take the fall for it. But here's the thing. I didn't fall for it. It's you. I know it's you. Shame on you, Adam. And I will tell you now, like I told you before. Anybody comes against me, I will come to you. You hear me? I will come straight to you. I'm not done telling my truth. I'm going to keep telling my truth until I'm done, if I'm ever done. And you're just going to have to take your medicine, dude. That's just it. This is what you caused. This is what you created. And I saw that you took down an awful lot of videos. Those all the ones where Gone Girl 777 donated? You don't need all those videos up anymore, do you? Because you're worth $6 million. You don't care about YouTube money no more. But you do care about the tracking software. And Dex needs your channel for that. And that's what you're using it for. Because you're worth $6 million now. Although I'm sure you're telling the mods, it's not true. It's a fake webpage. That's not true. I don't make that kind of money. We barely make ends meet here. And you're doing your little whine and cry. I can send you some cheese and crackers for that whine. Listen, you and Dex might be able to snow them girls. How? Well, you did it to me too, so, I'm just hoping they wake up one day.
But now that I see you, dude, you don't care about the like subscribes anymore. Well, you do because you need them for the tracking system. You don't care about the donations anymore, do you? Because they're petty. For the 6 million, you have somebody to give you $10, $5, $50. That don't mean nothing no more. Because you got a lot of money now. Now, you just care about your sub count so that Dex can run a software to track people and then sell that data to a company or a country. That's all you care about now. Because I went looking and you took down a ton of videos, man. A lot of videos you took down. Why? Why'd you take all those videos down? So that we couldn't show all the donations that Gone Girl gave you and how every time she puts up a profile, somehow you and Dex get it taken down. She donated thousands upon thousands to you because she thought it was the right thing to do. And then she finds out about the tracking system. She finds out what you did to Shauna. She finds out the truth about a lot of things, and she walked away because she could see the truth. And you didn't want us to be able to throw donations in your face, so you went and you deleted. That must have been a lot of work. You went and deleted every video where she donated. I only looked at a handful, but just looking at how many you deleted says a lot. But anyway, Adam, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to stop. The content is going to continue. We're going to go right back to Cards for Heroes because there's a lot I still haven't shown. When I'm finally done making videos, I'm going to upload every single one of them in the order that I created them, and I will start releasing them every week, all of them. And the next week, every single one of them, all in a row, same way they were created. And I will continue to do that over and over and over and over until there is a public apology from you. Did you hear me? You get no reprieve. Period. Until you publicly tell me and Shauna and your other mods, WV, Homegrown, Bubba News, Vlad, and Snafu Snaps. As soon as you tell us all that you're sorry for what you did, it'll all stop. But you do not have enough courage to do that. So, I'm your worst nightmare. Because during the worst time of my life, you made sure I was alone. You made sure nobody called me. I wish I never knew you. I wish I'd never found your channel. I certainly wish you never modded me. I wish, I wish, I wish. But truth is, I did go into your channel. You did mod me. And when Dex came in, you both made my life a living hell. Even though I didn't know why, I didn't know what was going on, I did the best that I could. And a few months ago, I found out why. I found out everything that you guys were saying about me. Even saying that I started my own GoFundMe. I mean, my goodness, how dirty can you boys get? And how stupid can those girls be to not even ask you to show it to you? Show it to them. They just believed you blindly. They believed you. You're a disgusting human, Adam. A disgusting human or a disgusting lizard. Either one. But it doesn't matter. You'll be swimming in the lake with them regardless. You didn't just hurt me. You hurt my little Jeremy. He loved you. Loved watching your show. You hurt him too. Wasn't losing his father enough? Well, not enough. But then you had to go and hurt his mom. Boy, what a man you are. I used to tell you your mom would be proud of the man that you turned out to be. Now I'm telling you this. To hurt a little boy
that lost his father, and to hurt his mom that lost her husband. There's a special place in hell for men like you. You're not even a man, Adam. You are much less than that. You better find God and stop pretending that you have, because you haven't. Because there is going to be a very special place for you if you don't. And while I'm at it, let me add one last thing that I forgot to include. Every single mod that you have right now needs to be gone as well. Every one of them gone. So besides your apology, all the mods are gone. As long as they stay, even if you apologize, I will continue. All the mods need to go, and you need to apologize, and I'll stop. Otherwise, when I'm done creating my last video, I will upload, like I said, every week. Every single one of them. Every week. And I think I've done quite a few. And I still have quite a few left to go. So you do the math on that. And the ones about tracking, I might release those every day. We'll see how busy I get. Because this is certainly a job that I am not getting paid for. But I know that I will get riches in heaven. Because this is the beast system that you've done. That you and Dex created by tracking people. So all you mods, if you love him, you love your little Adam, you might want to exit out stage left. Because your show's over.
I just want to touch upon something quickly you said there. Why do you think society rejects people who follow God in today's society, in today's modern world? Why do you think that happens, John?
Because people don't understand it and are afraid of it. And as time goes on, the word of God is being put to the back of the queue. And all this was stated in the Bible. God said this would happen. In time, he said, those people will mock me, they'll deny me, they'll do everything. You know, it's like all these diseases now, all this rain, all these fires, all this unrest, all this anger, all this evil. God said all this would happen in his book, you know. And you know what Bible stands for? Basic instructions before leaving earth. It's all there in large print, small print, whatever you want to do, you can read it. You know, it's in many different languages, but it's still the Bible. It all means the same. But do they want it? Do they want to read it? The answer is no, because they're being brainwashed. They're being pulled from one direction to the other direction, saying to one another, well, what's right then? And the devil's main asset is to confuse people. And he's doing a bloody good job at confusing people. But he will not confuse me. He won't confuse my sons. He won't confuse my family, because we're God-fearing people. And I say to this to people, ask, you will receive. Knock, and the door will open. But if you knock the wrong door, the only thing's opening is evil in your life. Despair, negativity, unhappiness, illness, death at the end of it. And for every sin, the ultimate price to pay is death.
After this I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could number, from every nation, from all tribes and peoples and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, salvation belongs to our God, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. And all the angels were standing around the throne,